Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Well, hi there. You must have a lot of questions. Me, I'm the bonus bro, and this is a small tech show. What we will do here is review devices and give you some 411 on basics of digital living. Okay? So what we have up first and what you just watched is the unboxing of the Redmi Note 9 Pro by Xiaomi. It looks like this. Along with the specs that you'll see on the screen, it has a 64 megapixel camera at the back, I think. Let me check. Well, it doesn't say here anyway, but you will find out when you buy it yourself. And a 60 megapixel camera up front in the pinhole style. So what is a pinhole, you may ask? A pinhole is when your selfie camera is sort of cut in a circle in your screen like that. Okay? And as is fashionable today, on the back you've got the obligatory 4 cameras. But that main 64, 68 megapixel is the only one that really matters. We see we got a nice big screen here. It's an LCD and it's got an gloss front and a gloss back construction. So that brings us to the pros and cons. Pro number 1, it looks good with the all gloss build. Pro number 2, it's got NFC, which allows you to turn your phone into a wallet and allows you to make payments on the go. Number 3, it's got an awesome price. I picked up the phone bundled with the wireless earbuds, which we will do a review video for later, for under 7,000 Rand. It's got an SD card slot so you can expand your memory. And the last one you will see on screen because I forgot. Now for the cons. It's very fragile because of the gloss front and the gloss back. Number 2, it's got way too many brothers and sisters competing for your attention. 3, it doesn't come with 5G. This is a problem as it might get replaced either this year or next year by a model with 5G. So if you want to wait for a 5G version, you're better off waiting. Number 4, bloatware. A lot of software that you might not need or want. Number 5, you might only get one Android update. So if that's important to you and you don't want to get stuck at Android 10 or 11, you might want to get a different brand. At this price point, what are your alternatives? Alternatively, you can pick up a refurbished iPhone 8. It's only an iPhone 8, but it's a little bit more future-proof than this device. But if you are set in staying in an Android device, your options are the Samsung Galaxy M31, the Huawei P40 Lite, the Realme 6, or the Redmi Note 9S, the Redmi Note 9, or the Xiaomi Pocophone X3 NFC. Now let's put you on some game. Mobile devices usually come in one of 3 categories. You have budget devices. These are also sometimes considered disposable devices. They just offer the minimum specs and services that you need. These devices are also typically only 1 gig RAM and run Android Go. You have your mid-range devices. Your mid-range devices at the bottom scale of the mid-range are just phones that are a little bit better than your budget. They just have a little bit better specs. And at the top of the mid-range, what we call flagship killers. This brand Xiaomi and the Redmi Note 9 Pro are considered flagship killers. I'll tell you what a flagship killer is in a minute. The third category that we have are called flagships. Now, a flagship is where a brand or a manufacturer puts all of its best tech into a device and usually charges you a premium to have such a device. Now, this brings us to flagship killers. A flagship killer is a mid-range device that is priced like a mid-ranger but offers you flagship-like specs. Now, what makes the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro a flagship killer? Key feature is NFC. NFC is usually reserved for flagships. The other internals of this device, again, are usually flagships. You find this in a mid-range phone at a mid-range price. And now I hear you asking, what is NFC? NFC is near field communication. It's a way to pair your devices, share information between your devices, and transfer data between devices. It's basically much better, much more stable Bluetooth. So what I'll do now is sit with this device for a couple of days, use it, get familiar with it, and maybe get back to you with an in-use review. Thank you for your time. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. Be sure to comment with questions about features or settings on your devices, and we might discuss them here next for you. Thank you very much.